Welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where, we do another exploration. Last time, we started Chapter 5, and so, before we do the main quest, that is going to Ursula and asking Dr. Guenter what's up with the drug now, we take a look around the city. Hey, you two. Those three play together all the time, huh? Yeah, they must be the bestest friends ever. I wish Big Sis was here, then that'd be three of us too. Yeah, but she's so busy, it's been forever since the last time she played with us. Since she went to the, academy, all she does is study. So next time we see her, we gotta give her the biggest hug ever, okay? You're right, Nana. We gotta do our best to cheer her on. What's the big deal? We're just playing a game of tag. I told you, you always go too far, Rio. You need to apologize tomorrow, okay? Momo went away crying just because I scared her a little bit. Man, I knew playing with girls would be a drag. You'd better go and give her a real apology tomorrow, okay, Rio? Oh, it's already evening. I gotta get going soon. It seems like the Diet's budget meeting has finally adjourned too. Maybe it'll finally be peaceful around here again. That diet meeting seemed to go as well as usual, and by that I mean they didn't get a damn thing done at all. Honestly, why am I surprised? Nothing's ever gonna change in Crossbell. How's it going, Lloyd? Out on another investigation? Yeah, pretty much. Hey Oscar, just to be on the safe side, I've got to ask. You haven't seen anything unusual happen around here lately, have you? Like men in black suits hanging around? Unusual, huh? Actually, Bennett lost her cool and stormed out of a store not long ago. I have no clue what that was about, so I'd guess I'd mark that down as unusual. And I'd have to mark you down as just as tactless as ever. Regardless, it sounds like West Street is incident-free. Bennett baked a delicious loaf of bread and had me sample it earlier today. I doled out my honest critique and then she just started freaking out and stormed out of here. Heck's up with her? What's the matter with Bennett? She stormed out of a store a moment ago. Oscar and I gave Bennett's new bread high praise. She seemed satisfied with it though. I thought the flavors were outstanding, but I wonder if it had to do with Oscar's reaction? I don't really get it, but whatever. I don't understand my daughter at all. I think she's getting to that age. I forced Oscar to have a taste of my latest creation, the magnum opus of my entire baking career. He took one bite and you know what he said? Wow, this is delicious. I swear no sane person just goes and compliments their rival's creation like that. Does he really think he can trick me so easily? Think again, buddy. If he really thought the bread was so great, he would have been stunned speechless by such a clear defeat. Yeah, it must have been a ruse. Damn that Oscar, I'll keep training baking and one day I'll leave him speechless. I heard that Maria Bell deals with all of the technology at the IBC. Further, she's supposed to be super knowledgeable when it comes to orbital engineering too. I mean, that's just Maria Bell for you, as smart as she's beautiful. Because Pansy always says she doesn't want to be an engineer, but her father wants to trick her into it and all that. Excuse me, hiking through the Mainz Mountains to get to Le Mans State? That's impossible, Chiruru, and besides, that's Arabonia on the other side of the mountains, not Le Mans. I've got the most difficult children in the world. I have another journey I must prepare for. I plan to hike the Mainz Mountains on foot this time. I've wanted to go there for a long time. Nobody here? I finally bit the bullet and purchased my very own orbital car. I think I'll treat myself to my first little joyride in this baby tomorrow. Truth be told, I'll hardly ever been this excited. I'm going to enjoy my retirement to the fullest, you best believe it. The sentence is making me feel a twinge of melancholy. If I'm timing this right, the Crossbell Cathedral should be ringing its bell any second now. I had this genius idea of snapping a photo of a cathedral with the sunset serving as a backdrop, but I certainly won't get the chance to today. That damn husband of mine went off and bought an orbital car. He didn't bother to ask me, that selfish oaf. I'm utterly shocked. How dare he act so selfishly? I'm so shocked at my husband's reckless spending that I can't even speak. Yeah, nobody here. Damn Crossbell politicians. Those utter disgraces are indefensible. They should fire all of the incompetent jackasses in office. I'll pour my husband black tea today. Hopefully it'll calm his nerves. Doesn't that contain coffee? Well, now it's time I get back to work. I'm saving up all my mirrors so I can watch Ilya perform live. Hopefully I can score some tickets for next month's performance. Separating the trash, cleaning the drainage pipes, it's all to meet Ilya. I can do this, just gotta push a little harder. Momo was on the verge of tears today. Did somebody upset her? A novel pastime for having all the books in inventory. So all Black Alley Doctors and all Crossbell Times issues. Did Momo get into a fight with one of her friends? She's been sulking for a while and refuses to speak with me. Oh well, kids will be kids. I'll whip her up a delicious meal to try and cheer her up later. Rio, you big meanie. Something strange going on out there. We've been getting non-stop phone calls today. Did something happen at Revashenko? Yes, this is Grimwood Law Office. Oh, really? This is the first I've heard about it too. Yes, of course. No, I'm terribly sorry about all this. If you need anything, please just give me a call. Excuse us for interrupting, Mr. Grimwood, but about that phone call... Oh, hello everyone. You heard a bit of that, did you? Well, it turns out no one has been able to get in touch with Revashenko. Because of that, I've been getting call after call from companies who do business with them and their competitors. I still have no idea what's going on. Lloyd, do you think this is related to... Wait, do you know something about this? There are still a lot of pieces we're missing, but we do know one thing for certain. Revashenko is completely empty. All of its personnel gone without a trace. You're absolutely positive? Please, Mr. Grimwood, we'd like for you to keep this confidential for now. The CPD is in the middle of figuring out how to best tackle the situation. It might take some time to fully assess what actually happened. I'm afraid that the chaos will only grow with the passage of time. Very well, I take care of any questions people may have about this, while you all focus on the investigation. If there's anything I can do to keep the situation from spiraling out of control, I'll do it. Thank you, sir. We'll leave that to you. You know, I doubt the Mafia will leave things like this for too long. I say we try to hurry it up. In the meantime, I'll start looking into Revashenko. The confusion surrounding this shouldn't spread too far for now, but I don't think we'll be able to keep it under wraps for longer than a day. I recommend you work quickly. I've got a bad feeling about this. Everyone be careful, okay? Cindy, you frigid-hearted traitor! How dare you just dump all your chores onto me? They got parties going on all over the city when the diet meeting is over. And I'm not gonna make a single one of them at this rate. Damn it, it wasn't supposed to be my turn today. It's awfully noisy down there. What's going on? My wife has gone to visit Miss Crale. You see, Miss Crale and my wife are close friends. I'm sure Sophia is worried about her. It's wonderful that she has a friend she can lean on in times like these. I intend on supporting both of them, of course. To think that one of our neighbors would disappear. I'd like to assist you in any way possible. It's times like these that families need to support one another. Mama said she's going to our neighbor's house today. I'm going to sleep in Papa's bed tonight. Alright. This year's budget is looking a lot more generous than it has in previous years. Public projects should get more funding now, which will likely help the diet's approval ratings with the citizens. In other words, they're pork barreling. It's all just placating to voters. Just 4 months from now, the elections will be here before we know it. It's no wonder that pork barreling politics have ramped up lately. It appears the Diet's budget meeting has concluded. I suppose Father will be arriving home sooner than anticipated. I have no other choice. I shall attend the... I'm preparing the most delightful feast tonight. I hope my lady and the master will be pleased. The diet is adjourned for the year. I must say, this year's diet was certainly drawn out. But that's just proof of how steadfast and unwilling to back down we, the Republican faction, were. In any event, I'm relieved that the representative's daughter has returned home. After all, with a maid missing as well, there was no one to bring me tea. Because that's the important part, that someone brings you tea. Has Crale's husband really gone missing? Oh no, I'm worried about them. I should probably go check up on Crale. Oh, the special support section. Crale and sweet little Sunita have calmed down a little bit, though I'm sure they're still terribly worried. Not that I can blame them one bit. After all, I was barely able to hold myself together when Colin went missing. I'm sorry, Mrs. Hayworth, but could you stay by their side a little longer? I assure you, the CPD is doing everything they can to locate Bond. Of course, leave it in my hands. Where could her husband have disappeared to? He's not the kind of man who would just vanish and abandon his family without a word. My husband hasn't come back home yet. Excuse me, you don't think my husband has run away, do you? No, there's no way he would ever... Oh, I couldn't be more worried sick. Mom? Father! Oh no, the sun's setting already. I've got to head home soon. I reckon you all should head back early. Crossbell and nights are known to be chilly. Considering that this chapter is called Crossbell's Longest Day or something like that, that probably won't happen. It appears the master will be returning late again tonight. Are you working today, my lady? I thought the special support section has become quite a respectable name. I hope you all continue to strive for excellence. Thank you, Joanna. We'll try. I leave grandfather in your care, okay? Of course, I shall take good care of him. If I may interrupt, milady, I've been informed that the master will be working overtime yet again. I worry for his health. Now that the diet is concluded, we must urge him to take some much-needed rest. My grandfather is stubborn to his core, so I fear at the moment he won't listen to a word either of us have to say. I'd have to try and persuade him once he's in more of a mood to listen. I'm sorry for the trouble, Lady Ellie, but I agree, that would be for the best. You're one of a few people whose words Master Henry will at least sometimes heed, I fear. As a politician, Grandfather can be very stubborn. Hopefully, I'll be able to get through to him. What's up with you guys? Are you heading out somewhere? Yeah, that's something we need to do. Say, Jonah, is something wrong? You seem kind of cranky. I only woke up moments before you got here. Can't you cut me some slack? If you were half of the detectives you claim to be, you'd be able to tell. What are we going to do with you? It's not like I have any right to tell him what to do, but he needs to get it together. Maybe we should contact the Epstein Foundation after all? Lloyd, you remind me of a doting guardian. Huh? I can see it too. Jeez, you got a real dad energy these days, man. Ah, my head is killing me. Whenever I work up, my keyboard game is always a little slow. Come on, Jonah, couldn't you at least take a bath and step outside for a bit? As the sun sets, so too does one's field of vision. Please keep an eye out for any lurking monsters. Please make sure to be careful if you're heading out onto the highway. Having a curfew really sucks, but since I'm starving, we might as well go back. Oh, it's already this late? Mom will be mad if we don't hurry home. It's been almost half a year since I started my life as a sister here. In the past months, I've met many citizens and children, but when I compare myself to Sister Marble, I can't help but be aware of just how inexperienced I still am. I pray that someday I will become a worthy sister just like her. You know, on evenings like this, I can't help but think of Guy. Lloyd, once you're old enough, once you're a man in your own right, let's share a few drinks. I'll treat you to some of his favorites. I'll be looking forward to it. On his days off, Guy would often drop by here with some booze and we'd drink the night away. Lloyd, once you're a man in your own right, let's share a few drinks. It took a while, but I got your badge back for you, Guy. With this in hand, I can finally take the first steps toward avenging your death. But I'm sorry, that has to wait. For now I have to focus on the case in front of me. Citizens getting wrapped up in some mysterious drug and vanishing into thin air. I'm not sure if Crossbell's ever dealt with something this big. I know that you'd never let a case like this go unsolved. And while I'm still nowhere close to you, what I do have is a team that has my back. I know I can count on them when the going gets tough. Most importantly, I found someone who I'm going to protect no matter the cost. That's why you don't need to worry about me, Guy. Just watch me. Lloyd, are you alright? What's up, man? It's nothing. Just a quick chat. Let's move out, everyone. Roger. Sometimes people will tell me I'm wasting the time I have left in this world by spending so much of it with those who've already left. But I'm afraid I don't have a choice in the matter. It's the only way I won't forget about the one I once held most dear. That's why you see me visiting this grave every single day. Pretty sure that was an old text, but... That lady visits the church quite often. She understands how important piousness is, and I want to follow her example. Oh, aren't you Cecile's mother? Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Did you stop by to pray a bit? Did something happen, Lloyd? What do you mean? Oh, don't mind me. You really are a spitting image of Guy, aren't you? Truth be told, I would probably mistake you for him if I ran into you at night. You think so? Well, I suppose we are brothers. I'm starting to look like Guy did? So, would you like to pray together sometime, Lloyd? I mean, this is Guy's resting place after all. You really have taken after Guy, haven't you? I'm sure you become a fine detective. Maybe an even finer one than Guy someday. I'll be rooting for you. Don't let anyone hold you back or stand in your way. You hear me? Sergeant Major Seeker stopped by to deliver her investigation report on the ruins this morning. Even the very possibility that there may be an artifact involved is enough to warrant the Septian Church's attention. I'm taking off for a business trip to go to teach the children of mines first thing tomorrow morning. I hope they've all been doing well since I was last there. How am I going to do with this pesky bell in the ruins? If it really is an artifact, those meddlesome so-and-sos will come to intervene. Well, I'd like to see them try. Their kind is not welcome in my Crossbell. Very well, we shall investigate those ruins as well as Stargazer Tower. It sounds like you did a great job assisting the Guardian Force's investigation. You two seem to pop up everywhere. It makes me proud to be your former teacher. Maybe I should brag about your successes during the next Sunday school. That's quite alright, Miss Marble. You don't need to do that. Yes, please don't tease us like that. Okay. It is true that I'm proud of the both of you, though. My former pupils have blossomed into fine role models who help people and have a commitment to doing justice. When I think about that, I just couldn't be prouder. Archbishop Ursula doesn't think too highly of the Congregation for the Sacraments, the organization in charge of retrieving artifacts. He heard rumors of its chivalric order, the Growls, with resorting to some less than ethical practices. Archbishop Ursula abhors those who have no respect for the law, so I doubt he will ever approve of them showing up in Crossbell. Hey there, wanna play? What happened to that miner that usually comes by here? Isn't he coming today? I'm going out for dinner with my family tonight. It's probably about time that I go and get ready. Welcome to Baka Casino! We've become famous after yesterday's little incident. I'm happy to see all those wonderful new faces. It's time to make some dough, guys. Gans hasn't come by today. A little strange if you ask me. He's always here by evening at the latest. He's probably still reeling from his loss yesterday. I feel like I've lost my edge. I get no joy out of all this partying anymore. Maybe it's time I returned home to Calvert. Looks like the Diets meeting finally come to a close. Once night falls, I'm sure this casino will be bursting full of patrons. Time for us to rake in the mirror. I lost too much mirror today. Not much I can do about it, I suppose. Guess I'll buy the old missus a present to smooth things over before I go home. It's important to not let your losses get to you when you play at the casino. Such is the key to playing at the casino for long periods of time. Guns is yet to come in today, just as I suspected, unfortunately. We at Bagger Casino are all disappointed that it turned out this way. He's been one of our most loyal patrons. I hope he can forget what happened yesterday and enjoy his time here once more. I've got to work the graveyard shift tonight. I'm going to head back to headquarters and take a quick nap. You guys in the middle of an investigation? Yeah, we're heading over to check out St. Ursula Medical College for a bit. Sounds like they got you running all over the place. Well, guess we both got our work cut out for us today. Good luck, guys. You too, Kate. Hell yeah, it's nighttime, baby. I'm gonna party my ass off tonight. Hey, did you know my ice cream's handmade? I can tell what you're thinking. That ice cream looks so delish. If only I could have some. You know you want it. I think it's time you treat yourself a bit. Come on, give it a try. A scoop of smooth, delicious ice cream isn't gonna hurt you. Today's show started awfully late. It must have been after 4 PM by then. The troop leader and the manager keep scrambling in and out of the place. What the heck's going on in there? Something's been off about the troop since this morning. I tried asking the receptionist, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. I heard the afternoon show was delayed for a while. What could be going on? You can't trick me, I'm a true fan, I know something happened. I tried asking, but he wouldn't tell me a thing. Oh, VSS, it's a pleasure to see you all again. Likewise, Basamo. How was the performance? Well, the show was able to go on. The daytime performance had to be postponed, but it's being held right as we speak. The complete lack of rehearsals had us a pinch nervous, but I think we'll manage to get through this just fine. That's wonderful news. I'm glad the show wasn't thrown off by all of this mess. Leave it to Archons here to so gracefully land on their feet. That aside, we still haven't found any leads on your missing man. But on our way, we got no plans of giving up on this investigation. Thank you. I'm terribly sorry about the inconvenience. I leave Nikolai in your capable hands. We won't rest until we find him, sir. I heard not only Mr. Gans, but several other people have gone missing as well. What in the world is happening? It seems Mr. Bigson is worried sick about Mr. Gans. I feel as if he'll ruin his health if he continues down this path. Perhaps I recommend that you order room service? Gans has yet to return. Adios, please allow our precious friend to come home in one piece. It seems Mr. Gans hasn't left to go to the casino today either. I do hope he's okay. It's already evening. Maybe I should report this to the police? Oh, you're all police officers. My apologies. Have you only just finished work at this hour? I'm sure you must be very tired. Do you require a room? We currently have a vacancy. When did it get dark? I didn't even notice the sun setting. Today's been a weird one, that's for sure. Well, whatever, I think I'll open up shop. After all, time is money. Are there any good customers ripe for the picking here? I show them the happiest place in all of Crossbell. I'm just realizing. Oh, hey there. You find folks for you now? Interested in some drinks? How about the finest woman you've ever seen? Our club can give you all that and more. The CGF commander's actually a huge fan, so you can trust we know how to entertain. You won't find a better club than ours. Come in and have fun. I promise you won't regret it one bit. Some detectives from the 1st Division came to question me about LoH a little while ago. What a pain, I'm just a bartender, what would I know? How am I supposed to know where those LoH guys disappeared off to? I've just been bartending this whole time. I'm as in the dark as anyone else. Well, you're usually well informed, you know? Evening already? Guess it's almost time for my personal hell. Well, might as well give you guys something nice before I head out. I learned this cocktail from a guest I hosted some time ago. I pray that one day I'll drink another cocktail as great as that one. Received the recipe for Shiny Blue. Learned the recipe. Another day of pouring drinks for guests. What's the point of this job anymore? Maybe it's time for a career change. Where are you? Shiny Blue. Randy good, Ellie bad. And somehow I turned my drink into cat food. Okay. Blue liquid restores 50% of EP. Oh, it's a good recipe. With a full revive and an EP restore? I've been seeing the police going into the back alley a lot lately. No one's supposed to go over there though, it's dangerous back there. I wonder if the police know who's in the back alley. Won't all those guys in the black suits just come after them? I wonder if they know how dangerous it is there. Or maybe they're okay because they're police? The 1st Division put me on watch to keep citizens from wandering in. But isn't this place where LoH Co? This is really bad. Am I really going to be okay? Sorry, Franz, we're leaving guard duty to you. Well, if those dudes manage to return, then take that as a signal to get the hell out of there. Oh, do my eyes deceive me, or do we have the entire set of back alley Dr. Glenn? I've been meaning to collect all of them, but I wasn't able to find every volume. I have a proposal for you. If you give me the entire series, I give you one of my most precious antiques. Not yet. What a shame. I suppose it's back to the used bookstores with me. I've come this far, so I might as well grab the whole set for a good binge reading session. I want to quickly flip through them. Wonderful, everything here seems to be accounted for. Now, to uphold my end of the bargain, this may prove useful to you four. Received Zemurian ore. Thank you, ma'am. But what exactly is this? You see, this is a treasure I obtained through certain means. I believe it to be a relic of the ancient Zemurian civilization. It's incredibly dense, apparently making it impossible to progress even with modern tech. But perhaps it may be of some use to you in the coming days, you never know. Rumor has it that Marconi this man up and vanished. What in the world could have happened? So we know about it too? Well, when you're this close to their base, you're bound to hear what's what. Naturally, then again, too many aspects of their disappearance are still foggy. Even my sources in the Diet and CPD leadership didn't provide me with any straight answers. That doesn't bode well. There's confusion on all fronts, it seems. Oh well, I have you kids work your fannies off for me. Trust me, you'll have to if you want to get this incomprehensible situation under control. Yes, ma'am, you can count on us. We get to the bottom of what's happening. Oh, are you all going somewhere? Yeah, we're heading out to St. Ursula Medical College. You look exhausted, friend. Are you okay? Well, I've had people screaming at me on the phone over the lockdown all day. There was a bomb threat, but it ended up being a false alarm. What a relief. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. That's okay, all I need is a bit of rest and I'll be good to go again. That being said, you can always contact me to help whenever you need it, okay? Come rain or shine, I, Friend Seeker, will support you in any way possible. We're glad to have you, friend. Taking an all-wheel bus to St. Ursula Medical College will greatly reduce your travel time. I don't anticipate there being any issues, but don't hesitate to contact me if anything pops up, okay? I just saw Dudley return to HQ with an awfully stern look on his face. It seems that the situation is far more complicated than the higher-ups thought it would be. Please try to be careful out there. I don't want anything to happen to our officers. Don't worry about us, Rebecca. Yeah, we've got this handled. Okay, nothing new yet. Room is empty. All of the division chiefs are gathered in the commissioner's office for an important meeting. I think they're flipping out over Revenge or something. Oh, I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that room. It's been one incident after another since yesterday. What else could possibly go wrong? Do we want to know? We can't go up. Listen up, at long last, the diet's budget session is finally over. Ooh, I can finally return home without any lingering regrets. When all's said and done, laying out a budget is an important job and someone's gotta do it. It's not really like me to work this hard, but I gotta admit, as a financial division employee, I was really curious how this would turn out. I'm not sure why, but the sunset is tinged with a slight drop of sorrow. The sorrowful sunset, the chill of the wind, and the quiet toll of the evening bell. They all are representative of Crossbell's beauty. Isn't it about time for you guys to call it a day? I hope you're not headed to the entertainment district. It can get pretty dangerous at night. The diet's finally been adjourned, and that means employees of financial affairs can finally go home and get some much needed rest. Mayor McDowell, on the other hand, is planning on working late into the night yet again. He said he wants to consolidate all of the documents from the diet's budget session. I'm concerned he'll overwork himself. I'm glad that our mayor is so serious about his work. It's just, I hope all of this doesn't affect his health. At long last, the budget session is over. The mayor said he'd be working overtime to draft up the documents. Well, I can't sit idly by while he works himself to the bone. I suppose I'll give him a hand. Yes, prepare them immediately. I arrange the documents. Oh, you're here. Are you okay? Has something happened? Oh, not at all. We're in the middle of an investigation, but we figured we'd drop by for a moment. Are you alright, grandfather? I'm sure you're very busy right now. Ah yes, the session was prolonged by 3 days already. As a result, we have that much less time to prepare a budgetary arrangement for all parties. I know. I can tell you aren't happy with me working overtime for so long. There's no need to be concerned. I'm sure it will all be over after today. This old man can handle himself, so don't allow my work to distract you from your own. Yes, grandfather, I understand. Shall we depart for the hospital then? Sounds like a plan. Sorry, Clip, I need you to contact Financial Affairs in my stead. I will personally deliver the documents to Speaker Hartman. Understood, Mr. Mayor. The mayor works hard. I'm going to be closing up shop here pretty soon. Better order while you still can. This will be your final call. It's almost dark. I better start closing up the library soon. It was good seeing you, Lloyd. Make sure you have all your belongings before you head home. See you tomorrow, alright? Sounds good. See you later, Uncle. Oh, what's this? I'm on the verge of completing my thesis. All I have to do is summarize it. Oh, would you look at the time? I'd better get ready to close up. The checkout and returns counter will be closing soon. Lecter. Oh, you guys like to read too? What a lucky coincidence. Nothing better than making friends with fellow bookworms, wouldn't you say? Huh, well that's, honestly, I don't even know where to begin. I refuse to believe that he came here just to read, and it's almost unnatural how well he blends in. There's no use trying to wrap my head around it. Weren't you headed back to the Empire to handle business, Lecter? Oh yeah, that's right. But just cause I said I'd be in the Empire doesn't mean I had to go very far. I was right by Belgard Gate. Near Belgard Gate? It couldn't be... Is he referring to Garelia Fortress? Ain't that bad news? That base is pretty damn important to the Empire. Your ordinary civilian would never go there for simple business. I wish I was able to discern his identity even a bit. Nice, I've upped all the work I had left for in the Empire. Looks like I'm free to screw around Crossbell for a bit. I still don't get this guy. How much does he actually know? Well, he's a captain of the intelligence division, so... quite a bit. I had this book recommended to me by the librarian, so I'm going to go check it out. He absolutely insisted I read it cover to cover as soon as my free time allowed. Mom's gonna read to me when we get home. This customer asked me to serve the firmest, most flavorful noodles I have. I do him one better. I'll prepare him noodles fit for the goddess herself. This man clearly has a distinguished palate. I mustn't disappoint him. This batch will bring him to the brink of noodle ecstasy. The IBC's security is absolutely top-notch. They've even got an orbital detector to scan all the mail we received. Not only are the guards skilled, but they're even friendly. They're truly on a different level from the rest of us. The IBC has some of the strongest security in all of Zemuria. I bet it costs a fortune to hire those guys. I wouldn't be surprised if they were better than the CPD. Oh, Theo. Where could you be heading off at a time like this? Being a police officer must be difficult. Take good care of yourself, okay? Thank you. I will be sure to. Apparently the diet sessions just finished up. Boy, it seems like it would never end. Hopefully Mayor McDowell was able to stick up for us Crossbellans. I'll be interested to hear how they plan to allocate the budget. Grace took off to sniff out her next big scoop, as she likes to say. She dragged poor Rains with her on the way out the door. I figure he's going to have to follow her all over town. Grace had a serious look on her face today. I imagine he came across something dire. I went to investigate the airport because I heard it was shut down, and my first division was clearly inspecting the whole place, but they kept insisting nothing was going on. Something doesn't quite sit right with me. The airport was shut down, but my investigation came up short when I went to go check it out. Damn, what the hell's up with this recent chain of incidents? Oh, it's closing time already? Everyone is about to go home for the day. If you have any banking to do, it'll have to wait until tomorrow. The gate's lock is secure. No abnormalities found. All clear. I'm terribly sorry, but the IBC only conducts business up until 4:30 PM. Please come back another time. Alright. We have no business here, we. My granddaughter is a good kid. An old man like me shouldn't make her worry so much. All this time my granddaughter has just been worried about my well-being. I may have been acting too stubborn. I decided that I should probably try not to pester Grandpa so much. I did want him to go to the hospital and take his medicine, but he's pretty healthy for his age. I think he's going to be just fine. There's been a rumor swirling around since this morning about a bunch of people going missing. Just out of nowhere. We're trying to investigate it right now, but I'm not so sure anything will come of it. Would this really make for a good article? Well, I guess it is a little weird. Grace has been oddly fixated on this one rumor since this morning. Is there really something to it? Well, this is my best friends. I overheard just the craziest thing. Has the entire mafia seriously just up and vanished? Well... How were you able to get your hands on classified information like that? Imagine thinking us reporters don't have access to our own information network. But anyway, I heard Gans went missing after that big kerfuffle yesterday. And not just him, you hear the same thing happening to more and more people. Here one moment, gone the next. I don't know about you guys, but I got a real bad feeling about this. I do too. We need to get a handle on what's going on and fast. Ah, so you guys are chasing them down. Good to know. Switch. Okay, I think I got the gist of it. You'd better hit me up with those juicy details if anything else happens. You may have divulged a bit too much information, Lloyd. Definitely too much. I'm sorry guys, I feel like such an amateur. Well, cat's off the back now, so there's no use beating yourself up over it. Between the Varsha's shenanigans and all those people going missing, yep, I'd say we've gotten ourselves into quite a pickle. You guys better watch your backs if you plan on continuing the investigation. I can't have you dying on me when my next big scoop hinges on your success. Sure, be stay vigilant. You do well to heed your own advice, Grace. Hey Mei-Ling, what do you think I should do? Just be yourself. Oh, and pray with me. You gotta do that. I guess you're right. Come on, get my hand. Let's head back home now. Okay. Yay, Big Brother finally cheated up. Man, I should probably find myself a job. Starting to get pretty bored sitting around doing nothing all day. Shoot up, yeah? He cheered up. Rivage Don has always been a shrewd man. He managed to get through his life without getting arrested even once. I'm sure if he was ever actually tried for all these crimes, his sentence would end up being 200 grueling years of backbreaking labor. Can't believe he hasn't been arrested yet. I mean, the man breaks several laws every single day. How much longer can he keep getting away with it? Just what is this world coming to? Oh wow, it's gotten pretty late. I should probably finish up my shopping so I can hurry home. Luckily for me, there's a ton of discounts happening at this hour. I should probably finish up and hurry home. I'm going to be honest with you, I've totally changed my opinion on the Testaments compared to when I first met them. I was even thinking about bringing Hugo to Azel's workplace to grab a bite to eat. Keep it a secret from him though, okay? I plan to start working right after I graduate from Sunday school too. I'd really like to become a bracer, cause then I'd be able to treat my brother and sister to all kinds of tasty meals. Oh dear, it's gotten late, hasn't it? Fern seemed fairly busy when I went to visit her earlier. I hope she made time for lunch. Come to think of it, how did the diet's budget session pan out? Whatever they settled on is sure to make huge waves in the stock market. I've assigned members of the guild to search various locations throughout the state, so you can leave everywhere outside the city to us. Now go and give a drug investigation your full attention, okay? And this goes without saying, but you better take good care of Shizuku. Of course, we'd never let anyone hurt her. Don't worry, she'll be safe with us. And as he said, the Bracers are outside the city. Mainz, Belgrade, Tangram, and America. All places we cannot go to. I always knew you had it in you, Lloyd. Can't believe you managed to become a divine angler so quickly after joining us. Let's keep doing everything we can to improve this branch, huh, Mr. Divine Angler of Water? The sun's already setting. Maybe I'll try my luck at some of the ponds out on the highway. I have a real gut feeling that I'm going to catch myself a whopper during tonight's fishing session. Yes, you food, you beauts. Eat till you're full. Still a few wet flies left over, but that's all for now. Right, I turned that thing in already because we got it gifted somehow. Now dear, don't get lost in all this politics talk. Hurry and eat up. It seems the diet has finally adjourned. I only heard a rumor of a final budget, but it sounded fairly reasonable. Mayor McDowell really fought a good fight getting through the Imperial Republic in deadlock. Considering how deeply polarized and partisan our political system is, it really makes you realize how hard Mayor McDowell works to get anything done. I managed to come up with this genius mapo tofu recipe while working here. You guys want to learn something cool? Medicinal mapo tofu. Ooh, full heal and cures ailments. Some generals from the Crossbell times have been frantically running around all day. The Bracers seem like they're in a tizzy too. What the heck is everybody freaking out about that's so important? It's like a whole city feels restless today. The heck's going on around here? My mom didn't feel like shopping, so she made me do it instead. Mom's just lazing about at home. I've lost count of how many times our mom has said something was too much trouble to go do herself. Hey there folks, keep standing there and the day is going to be over before you know it. Come on over and buy something, we're holding our last bargain for the day. I thought I managed to find the perfect shopping route. Looks like there's still plenty about this world that I've yet to understand. How can Dins act so pleased with himself? He flat out rejected the Business Owners Association's offer to join and continues to happily work his store like he normally does. I swear, he has such a one-track mind and isn't afraid to show it. How simple-minded can he be? He's going to end up getting tricked by some bad people if he's not careful. Seriously, what would he ever do without me? I can't take my eyes off him for even a second. I just saw all the Bracers head out of a guild together. What do you think they're up to? Many things. Come grab a bite. I'm begging you. I'm one failure away from chewing out of a lifetime from the boss. Could my boss be any more intimidating? Man, maybe I should have found myself part-time work at literally any other shop in the area. Wow, the sunset already? I'd better finish eating and get on my way. Gotta get in one more trip out to Calvert by the end of the day. They've been making me do more rounds per day lately, and it's really killing me. I think something's up with Risha. We talked for a bit at noon today, but she wasn't being too responsive. Something must be really worrying her again. I can easily tell when she's trying to hide her worries. I wonder what's up with her. Welcome, anything you want to eat? You know, I'm starting to feel like I'm pretty talented working at a restaurant. The master sure loves to worry, doesn't he? That part-timer keeps bumping into Shanshan while she's carrying plates whenever I put him in the kitchen. He isn't doing it on purpose, is he? I put the part-timer outside to attract customers. There's no chance in hell I'd let him in the kitchen now. Alright. I haven't eaten anything today. So hungry. Well, I guess we have no other choice. Wanna scrounge for food scraps? Hey you, give us some food. Yeah, feed us. The waitress at that Lang Lao place is so nice. Maybe I can get her to give me some of their food. Man, my deadbeat dad craps away his entire day drinking. What are you gonna do? Wanna scrounge for food scraps, Zeus? Oh dear, it has gotten quite dark out, hasn't it? I'd better head home soon. What's for dinner tonight? No matter what happens, you should always keep yourself fed. Risha dashed out of her room sometime around noon. She looked like she was in a bit of a hurry. Maybe she was late for a daytime performance? You think she made it on time? At any rate, Risha's been working harder than I would have guessed. This'll serve as motivation to get my life in order and make my big comeback. Well, enough of a comeback that I can buy a ticket to her show and support her. Oh, crap. Without fail, I'm not off at the same hour every day. This has gotta be the work of devils or something. I can't do anything about this evening sleepiness, damn it. I've gotta get it together. Yeah, Risha is of course at the show. Yay, welcome home, Daddy! I'm home, Lima. Sorry, did I make you wait for me? A lot went on today, but the end result is that I was able to come home earlier than usual. And thanks to that, I actually get to enjoy a warm meal with my family. It's a rare treat for me. Daddy came home early today. Yay, we're gonna go play together lots and lots today. Looks like my husband just got home. Oh, thank Adios. We'll be able to happily enjoy our meal as a family tonight. We haven't had a chance to enjoy a meal together for far too long. I feel much happier on these rare occasions. Enough of the damn snacks, Van. Just bring me more booze. Maybe I should try looking for Dino one last time. But man, Walt's going to put that kid on a stretcher when he comes back. Dino still hasn't come back. What is that kid doing? Screw Dino, I'm gonna kick his ass when I find him. Get out of here, no cops allowed. Where did that kid run off to? This sucks. Walt told us to keep it down for a while. I'm so freaking bored. Just want to get up and sing. Hey punks, watch yourself. Or you're looking for a fight? Cause I give you one you won't ever forget. Whoa, let's calm down. Who pissed in your cereal, but? He's obviously in a poor mood, so perhaps we shouldn't stay much longer. I'm certain Vasi is more than capable of calming him down. Allow him to do it. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. I managed to get a ton of work done today. I should get home before it gets dark out. I gotta be up bright and early tomorrow. Whoops, evening already, huh? I was planning on heading down to the Foundation's branch in Crossbell, but I completely slipped my mind. You have business with the Epstein Foundation? Yeah, I was thinking about talking to old Roberts down there about a few things. Only problem is, the branch is located smack dab in the middle of the IBC, dang it. I figure the IBC's building is already closed for business at this time, so I'm out of luck. Oh wait, yes, it completely slipped my mind. You think that security guard kid would let me through if I told him I'm authorized? No chance. You're telling me there was a bomb threat at the airport? It would sure be a pain in my ass if that thing went and exploded. I suppose I just have to leave it in the perfectly capable hands of the CBD. Huh. Find that hard to believe, coming from a black market broker. It seemed like obvious sarcasm to me. I don't know who's behind it, but they've sure got some balls. Excuse me, customers, we are about to close. Move your ears if you want to buy something. The Vipers have been weakened. Now's the perfect time to get rid of them once and for all. Although Vasi isn't the type of man that would resort to that kind of tactic. He's far too honorable for that. The Testaments fight honorably. We don't intend on resorting to petty tricks. You're too well to remember that. We hold quite a bit of resentment towards the Vipers, but if Vasi doesn't want us to do anything, then there's not much we can do about it. We'll spare them this time. Vasi rejected our idea to launch a surprise attack on the Vipers. Those red worms managed to narrowly escape their deaths. We shouldn't be fighting. However, I'd do anything for the sake of my companions. We're all in this together, after all. There's nothing abnormal here. You should proceed with your investigation elsewhere. Is it true? Has Walt really gone weak? I can't even imagine it. I've gotten pretty used to working here, so I kinda lost interest in fighting. To be honest with you, I'm kinda glad Wazzy shut us down. Walt's quick to get irritated. Our lives would be much easier if he could cure that short temper of his. You care for Walt a lot more than you let on, don't you? Have you been worried about the Saber Vipers all this time? I wonder. There's a part inside of me that just can't seem to leave Walt alone. Well, I'm a little worried about our friends over in the Saber Vipers. You guys should probably get to work. The smile children give us a hand when freshly inflated balloons never gets old. It might not seem that great, but it's about the most rewarding thing in the world to me. I consider it an honor if the kids started referring to me as Mr. Balloons. The smiles that come from giving balloons are precious things, let me tell you. I consider it an honor if a kid started referring to me as Mr. Balloons. Ah, that marks the end of my shopping. What an absolutely delightful feeling it is when things go according to plan. In the past, I never imagined I'd be driving an orbital car on the street. In the future, I bet even more unimaginable things will be invented. Okay then. We can't discount the possibility that the lights are broken due to dirt in the socket. Excuse me, sir, can I help you with something? Do you have a question about our orbments, perhaps? If so, I do apologize, I'm still studying up on them myself. If you have any questions, the employee at our customer service desk will be happy to help. Chaco was trying to get a position at the department store reception desk. but I stopped her outright. I started to feel like I was being mean, so now I'm making sure she's able to have a safe workday to make up for it. Also, she's a bit unreliable in general, so I have to make sure she does it right. Don't worry, Chaco, if anything happens, Papa's right here. Please don't. Oh, Dad, are you still so concerned about that? Even if it's not what I wanted at first, this job is still great. Needs to learn to let go sometimes. Mr. Fernand seems to have mellowed out a bit lately. It seems he's even started studying up on oddments. Maybe this is a good opportunity to try and tutor him again? I get the feeling it's going to be a lot easier to get along with him now compared to before. Maybe I'll help him out with his double studies later. Are you for real? Do you seriously think stuffing yourself up for exercising is like a good idea? I'm totally taking back the compliment I gave you. But you totally said I slimmed down. Don't I deserve to treat myself? Wait, please, don't give up on me. I won't slack off anymore, I promise. I've been coming here pretty often in the evening, even though I'm still on the clock. Oh, that smells good. Now I'm getting hungry. We just received a shipment of fresh vegetables from America. I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, nothing beats the taste of some freshly picked produce. I wonder how long it'll be before Scott isn't so busy with work all the time. Seems like it'll still be a while before we can get married. Oh, forgive me, I accidentally got lost in my thoughts for a moment. Are you looking for something particular? I can help point you in the right direction if you're in need of assistance. Crossbell City draped in the sunset sky is always beautiful. I love jogging along a scenic route, but being surrounded by modern scenery isn't so bad either. Sales have been stable recently, so I feel like I can relax a bit. Be that as it may, it's my duty to develop new methods of appealing to our patrons. The plan I'm cooking up now is quite a work of art, if I do say so myself. I hope you look forward to it. Oh, that was close. I almost read this book from cover to cover while I was standing here. I managed to book my first vacation in a while, so I'm going to visit friends and family in the Republic. Then my merchant friends find out how well my shop is doing, and they're going to be so jealous. Why does Mom have to always be like this? I wish she'd think about what she wants to buy before leaving the house. Man, Prada sure loves a good competition. She's been hounding me to have another contest with her. Might not be a terrible idea, honestly. Sounds like a good excuse to own my sales techniques even further. I'm going to accept the challenge. If nothing else, it should at least push us each to be better shop owners. Dang, how did I manage to buy the exact same brooch my wife already owns? I might end up becoming a laughingstock still. Part of me is interested in seeing her reaction. I suppose it isn't so bad to have matching brooches with the old hag. Oh my, the sun has already set. I have decided on what to make for dinner tonight. What do I do? I received a call from my septium supplier saying that my order has been processed. All that's left is for it to be shipped out from the Empire. Can't wait for it to finally arrive. Discovering fashion is like awakening a revolution inside yourself. Only those who seek out clothes will experience this momentous event. Okay. Well then, what should I check out first? People say Crossbell has issues maintaining public order, but I just stay away from things that seem sketchy. That way I'll be safe. Apparently they've run out of coffee. Unbelievable. How is it possible for a restaurant to run out of coffee? What would be your point of coming here? Terribly sorry, but we accidentally made a mistake when taking inventory. If you would like a cup of black tea, I'd be more than happy to serve you. So Satello really did use up the majority of our coffee bean stock, did he? That puts us in a bit of a bind. I should have known it was too early to let Sateo handle the kitchen on his own. Oh, dinner time rush already? Tonight's going to be busy, I can already tell. I set Sateo to focus on coming up with some new dishes for now. Cooking all these orders by myself is going to be pretty rough though. My new menu is finally starting to take shape, thank Adios. And this time I'm pretty confident in it. Today is another great day to search for a beauty will taste test my cuisine. You have 23 peculiar dishes. Ready to show me what you got? Well, I go ahead and take those if you don't mind. Man, just who are you guys? You literally brought me every dish imaginable. You guys sure know Crossbell and cuisine. We'll take your word for it. I suppose we do cook for ourselves just about every day though. Yeah, turns out we all got our own specialties we can go to town with. I make a mean mapo tofu, if I do say so myself. Wow, you all really do have the hearts of chefs, I'm touched. Anyway, you guys are lifesavers. Just thinking about what would have happened if I didn't come up with a new recipe. What exactly would have happened? Yeah, you really don't want to know. Just forget I said anything. Alright, want to try a bite of a test dish? I still have to thank you for all your help. The taste isn't quite there yet, but behold my creation. Truffle and fish eyeball soup. Regardless of our tastes, it looks absolutely horrid. It certainly is an odd combination. I appreciate the offer, but I'll pass. Really? What a shame. I was hoping to get some early feedback. Oh well, I'll just give you this instead. Ripe onion soup recipe. You remember that creamy soup that you gave me before? Looking at that, I was struck with culinary genius. But since it's a little too plain, I thought it wouldn't be that popular for customers. Still, feel free to try it out. Thanks. Wouldn't a tamer dish like this be perfect for the new menu though? You say something? Nothing. Perhaps this palate is a tad too sophisticated? Sweet, I go ahead and start sampling everything then. Thanks for doing this, guys. If I need anything else, I give you a call. We are available anytime. After hearing complaints about how my dishes look, I put extra care into fine-tuning their presentation. The customer's always right after all. Yo. Come on. I have given you a prankster. Strong liquid. There we have it. Apparently the police were seen leaving the airport a little while ago. I heard they were talking about explosives or something. Either way, it sounded bad. I probably should stay away from there. The sunset's so pretty. I get to go home with Dad now. It's time for good kids to go home. It looks as if the diet's drawn-out budget meeting has finally wrapped up. A full outline is going to be available to the public eventually. I'm curious to see how it turned out. Hopefully the diet members can get things through with thick skulls and stop the gratuitous spending. Pretty sure we've been here already. As much as I want to welcome you to take a good look around, I'm afraid I can't. I'm about to close shop, so make it quick. Glad to see you still don't care about selling anything, Durant. Doubt I ever will. By the way, I heard there's some commotion over at the airport. Can't quite put my finger on it, but something just ain't right around here these days. Ah, I'm stupid.